You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Right. Now, one of the interviews that you did was Casanova a few years
Yes.
back. What do you think about his
Well,
situation?
the Casanova it was funny, right?
Hmm.
And I don't want like when I say don't quote me because he may have a different story or he may have the same story. So
Okay.
Casanova was a guy that used to come to the radio station with a rapper named Big B's, and
Okay.
Casanova wasn't a rapper. Casanova was just a street guy or AKA a scammer in New York
Mhm.
was. And let me
Right.
say
Right.
that because I don't want to, and it was at the time, but I think he was arrested for it and did his time at that point. So he was just like a popular street guy. And one day he came to me and said, "Yo, I want to rap." And and Big B's put him on like a freestyle, and his voice stuck out to me. And then he called me. He said, "Self, I got a song called 'Don't Run.' I would just want to see how it is." And he gave it to me first, and I was the person that, like anybody in New York City will tell you, I was the one that just played it and played it and played it and played it, and it just got so big. It also got big with the memes he was putting out. I think people forgot about those memes. He was putting out weird memes, and that helped also with social media. So with Casanova, like I said, like I caught him from the beginning, the super beginning, and I saw the talent in him. And once again, at that point in time, just to show you, I didn't have a record company at the time to sign anyone, even at that Casanova time. So, more and more of these things coming through my channel with the Cardi, with the Casanova. It was like, damn, I need to form a record company. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm missing out on all this talent. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of DJs are like that. A lot of DJs, they help a lot of artists out, and we're not getting the recognition or the accolades of helping these people out. I salute Drama. There's other DJ, Khaled. I salute them. For now, switching over to the CEO hats.
It's
So for the artists, back in the day, the artists had to get their music into the radio stations, had to get it to the DJ for it to get heard, for it to get played, for it to get the buzz. Now it's a little different with social media. You can jump on TikTok or your SoundCloud or whatever and get a buzz from there. How important do you think it is for the artists to still reach out to the DJs and the radio stations to get their music played, or do you think that's obsolete at this time?
No, well, DJs are very important. Why? Because we are the move shakers of music, any genre. It doesn't make a difference what genre. Also, we know how to present the music. So when I say that, a lot of times, I think this is the wrong thing to do. Any artist out there, you come to the club with your flash drive, yo, play this. You understand? It's like, nah, it's better that you give it to the DJ prior. Why? Because the DJ knows how to sandwich your music to make it sound better. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you can't be playing uh Meek Mill Dreams and Nightmare, then you give somebody a song and you talking about love or something like. You understand what I'm saying? So a DJ know how to sandwich your song to make it more appealing and make it sound better to the masses. Also, you know, DJs DJs are super important because we always been the gatekeeper of music,
Yeah.
point blank period. I don't, is no working around it. Yes, TikTok, social media is great, but the DJ will always be around, especially radio, because the first thing people do, they go in the car, they listen to the radio, because you do want to hear what's outside your box. So when I say that, TikTok is what is like what your playlist is, or when you go on your phone, what's it called, like your Apple Music or your Spotify, is really like your playlist.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? And even if you got a playlist on TikTok, that's still a guy. It's a form of DJing. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody's feeding you these songs. So it's the same thing. Like the DJ's feeding you the songs. You
Yeah.
understand? So now, but the difference with an actual DJ, they know how to feed you the songs to make it sound good and make your song sound good.
Gotcha.
That's great. I want to ask you about Meek Mill. Now, at the time, I think he was going with his beef between the game, and he did a freestyle on your show, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, the thing, let me say something about Meek. I don't know what the question is, but I love Meek, and Meek, you know, like I said to you, these are another time, another time where, you know, certain rappers just fall through my hands because I wasn't business minded to have a record company at the time. So I remember Meek used to drive from Philly to New York just to come see me, just to come hang out, go to a club. We was at BB King's and different things. It was just him and his man. You know, this was before the deals and all that stuff. Meek, the songs he probably had was like Rose Red and
Yeah.
In My Bag. Like those were the only songs that he had. And he, you know, come to New York just to come hang and chill. So, you know, so I've always had a relationship with Meek. So now, Meek, you know, obviously got bigger and bigger, but he never forgot. Yo, Self was the guy that used to take me around, you know, New York City, you know, and you know, different things. So he came and he did a freestyle. And the funny thing about that freestyle, I will keep it real. He wanted it so perfect. He came to the show at 9. We didn't finish that freestyle till maybe 2 a.m. Did that freestyle about 400 times.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying? But we stayed there the whole time because he kept messing up, or if he messed up, or he wanted to change the rap or something. I got all 5-6 hours of it also. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to make sure that freestyle was perfect.
You know, now if that would have came out on social media, Meek would have probably got fried. Oh, he sucks. He's this. He's that. But it sounded like he was just a perfectionist. Like he just wanted.
No, he was super perfectionist. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with him. Like he sucked or anything. Like, you know, people mess up sometimes. You know, that's why you got punch-ins in the studio and different things like that. There's no such thing as you know. People say Hov was one take. You know what I'm saying? But you know that the freestyle he did was about 12 minutes. So it's like, you know, for you not to forget something or mess up a little bit, you know, that's damn near impossible. You know what I'm saying? And you know, on the radio I have like 5 different versions with 5 different beats. You know, sometimes the beats, because he didn't pick the beats or anything. He said, Self, throw some beats on and let me just get busy. So it wasn't rehearsed or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think about rappers that come through and can't freestyle? You know what I mean? It just everything got to be on paper, or they can't freestyle at all. Did that take away?
I don't think anything's wrong because certain artists are certain artists. There's even in the DJ field, there's some DJs that can't DJ clubs, but they're great on radio. They're great in cutting up and mixing. You know, they're great in doing different things. Like your attribute, it may not be freestyling. That's fine. You understand? I would love a freestyle because I like, you know, freestyles to me as a DJ is like a personalized song. But there's some rappers that can't. That's fine. To me, that's fine. I don't beef at every rapper is different. Some rappers could, some rappers can't. There's rappers that came to my show and said, Self, I don't freestyle. You know, and I just say, all right, well, just think of something to say real quick, and they can't. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that's just not their forte. I bet. You know, so you know, then you know, we got what's called a dub. So sometimes I say, all right, we'll just say your song over again, whatever your hit record is, we'll just include my name into it. So, you know, that's how we just, you know, get around it.
This rapping thing is almost like the WWE where we don't know what's real and what's fake. You want to hope a lot of shit's real, but we really don't know. So,
well, let me ask you, can I ask y'all, it's kind of like cliche, but why is it so much that people come down on rappers for you know, not, I guess, you know, being authentic to their lyrics, but any other genre of music, you don't have to. So when I say that, let's say if you were rock and roll or something like that, and you know, John Travolta wrote the song, but 9 Inch Nails sung it. Nobody says, "Oh, that's not them. It's not real." Like, you know, so what? Somebody else, you know, because I've heard plenty of songs that if the original writer said it, it wouldn't sound good.
Word. I'll answer that first before you go. Oh God,
okay.
I think like R&B, right? R&B, it makes total sense.
Well, I didn't mention R&B. I didn't mention R&B because I know what you're gonna say. But go ahead, you say it. Go ahead. R&B makes sense because.
I mean, because it's you can deliver a certain emotion. Somebody can write that and give it emotion, but in hip hop,
you can't do that. You can't do that with hip hop.
You can, but it's like the message that you receive. You want it to be authentic because you feel like the person that's delivering the message lived that life, lived that what he's telling. Or what
shouldn't that? Well, why should? So if that's the case, why shouldn't that be the same in R&B? If I said I love you, I should really mean I love you. Correct?
I mean, it's true. But I don't know. I don't know. I think rappers just are held on a higher pedestal when it comes to their
And
art.
I'm asking why.
You got the answer?
I don't know. I think you know, because of the persona that they put out, in my opinion, people expect them to be, you know, everything, you know, because a lot of these they come out real flamboyant, you know, real, you know, prideful and confident. People expect you to be living everything that you say. Maybe
Well,
wrong.
I mean, I feel the same as with R&B. It's like, you know, I'd be sad if I found out that Jodeci was thugs and robbers. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, they because of the song "Forever My Lady" and different. I'd feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I feel real sad and hoodwinked. You know what I'm saying?
Jodeci was about that life too, though. They was singing "Forever My Lady." Was still doing that shit. Now, why do you think that is, though? Why do you think people kind of?
I mean, I really don't know, but I mean, that part I don't know. You know, I just think that they, you know, even in the beginning of time, like there's a big a story about how like the first commercial hip hop song wasn't written by the person, which was the Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, and the guy spells the other guy's name in the song, but no one cared. You understand what I'm saying? Like he, you know, even you know, in my brother's generation, as far as like Bismarcky, a lot of Bismarcky songs was penned by Big Daddy Kane. But no one said, "Oh, Biz, you whack," or "Oh, you not living your life." They liked the song.
Is any of your top 5 rappers got a ghostwriter or wrote anybody else write their lyrics?
I to be honest with you, I really don't know. I have a weird top 5 because I like Southern rap a lot. So people would laugh, and sometimes, you know, people be like, "Huh?" You know, like I don't have them in order, but you know, Trick Daddy is a will be part of my top 5. This is just my favorite. I'm not saying the top 5 ever. I'm just saying mine. Plies, early Plies, to be honest with you. I love Waka Flocka, KRS, and I would say Ugg from Cellar Dwellers. I don't know if y'all know Ugg from Cellar Dwellers. Well, Cellar Dwellers, I want people to Google Cellar Dwellers. Cellar Dwellers, ooh, hard. Ooh, him and Fantastic, hard.